joins us from Bengaluru. Kaushik Deka, Deputy Editor, India Today magazine, who's going to track Assam for us. Kanchan Gupta joins us. He is going to give us a sense of what's happening in and around Bengal. But let's go to Sandeep Shastri also with us and Manisha Priyam. We are focusing on Bengal, and I know that all of you in Assam feel that you always get dwarfed by Bengal. So Kaushik, let's give you a quick word as we start the day with Assam. The leads at the moment in Assam are suggesting a tight contest. Along predictable lines, Congress doing reasonably well, the Congress AIUDF in lower Assam.
We can't probably say at this moment because these are all postal votes, and there is a 400% rise in postal votes this time. So these are very early trends. So we don't.
What should we be looking for? What should we be looking for in Assam, Kaushik? What is it that you will be looking at carefully?
I think a BJP victory. I'm not looking for it, but that's
no. What is the key factor? What's the key factor that will make a difference in the? What is that factor that one must look at closely in these early hours of counting? Where could this election go right and wrong for the two parties?
For Congress, if their 5 guarantees work, then that will work for them. That will be like they will get as expected. They are saying that whatever they're expecting. But for BJP, I think the promises of those women emancipation and the money for women voters and all those, plus polarization, all these things together will probably make BJP sail through, and Himanta Biswa Sarma's campaign.
Okay, I am very reluctant to always say anyone sails through at this stage, but Kaushik knows the ground much better than most. So you believe that the BJP has less to worry about in Assam at the moment. Presumably, TM Veeraraghav, Stalin has even less to worry about given the trends uniform across exit polls suggesting a sweep. What is the X factor? Is there any X factor that can change the result in Tamil Nadu compared to the exit polls?
I don't think so, Rajdeep. There is no X factor, but Stalin has a lot to worry because this is perhaps the most difficult time to take charge. And I hope for the sake of the state, in terms of the crisis that it's handling at the moment, that there will be some kind of continuum in terms of leadership and administration. Because as you know, Tamil Nadu, you'll have this huge change and shuffle of the bureaucracy when a regime changes. I really hope, given the crisis that we are handling at the moment, there is a sense of accountability to officers and bureaucrats who are at the top, and the outgoing chief minister and the incoming chief minister, if they are different at the end of the day, will make sure that they work together to ensure continuum. I think Stalin's biggest challenge right now, if he does take over the state, is the immediate one in front of us.
I want X factors, factors that will make a difference to the final verdict at this stage. Nilanjan Sirkar joins us, Senior Fellow, Center for Policy Research, tracking Bengal closely. Nilanjan, you've been on the ground. Early trends for Bengal suggesting a tough contest as we've been predicting. What is the X factor that can make all the difference in Bengal this time?
So look, I think that, as the trends are going to take a long time to stabilize in West Bengal because we have a lot of polarization on the ground. Sometimes the early trends will, you're going to open up a set of polling booths that are very pro-BJP. BJP will race ahead. Then in that same constituency, next time you'll open up TMC and TMC will race ahead. So right now, I think what we're tracking is the level of polarization on the ground, and we're trying to see what the early trends can tell us about the scale of Hindu-Muslim polarization. If it's very, very high, that's advantage BJP. If it's somewhat muted, that's advantage TMC. But this is still very, very early going, and I would say that probably given that we have COVID protocols and things, it won't really start becoming clear until about 1:32 p.m. actually what's going on, especially if it
But I presume,
is as close.
When I was saying X